Hey everyone, I'm Eternal. I'm a super Taliyah main. Been playing her since her release. I have a huge modifier guide. I have my YouTube channel here that you're on, that I do nothing but Taliyah. So if you like Taliyah and you're interested in Taliyah, you're in the right spot. For this video, what I'm doing here is I want to show you a couple tips and tricks. Before I do that, you can see my masteries real quick. You can see it's just the same as my guide. I don't change anything. I have Ghost Summoner spell. Nothing changes. So, I mean, these are what I recommend for you guys and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to the laning phase, right? We're not Katarina, we're not Talon, we're not, any of those guys, okay? We're simply just a control mage that's trying to get to the not so late mid game, but kind of the early mid game, snowball quickly, and then go from there. And what we're looking for really when we play Taliyah is to win between 20 and 30 minutes. Once we start getting past that 35 minute mark, things can start getting pretty rough. So you can see my start here. It's pretty normal. I'm going to fast forward. I think I can. One of these buttons. Yeah, that one. Alright, so I'll fast forward the game. We'll go to lane. Taliyah's laning phase is pretty straightforward, for me at least. And I think if you play the same way that I play the lane, you should be pretty solid to get through it. Some matchups are different than others, right? The Zeds, the Katarinas, they can throw off your builds and things like that, but for the most part, pretty simple. You're going to get most of your kills outside of your I would say for every 100 times you might be in mid with Taliyah, you're going to kill your lane opponent 5 to 10 times. If you like being more aggressive, that's great. If you're better than that, that's also great. For me, in Platinum 1, I don't get a lot of solo kills anymore. I know climbing with Taliyah, I would get tons of freaking solo kills. But now, people are a little bit better these days up in Plat 1, so we don't get them as much. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place this little dummy right here. And you can see that's like our enemy, right? Now one of the tricks that I love to do here is to kind of catch them off guard, right? We get these two minions low, we destroy them, and that enemy is always right behind the minions, okay? That's one way that you can trade in lane and kind of catch them off guard. So what I'll do here now is I'm going to level up a little bit. We'll just go to 5. Okay? Same thing here. You see a minion, they're standing behind it, take the minion out with that first rock, and then trade with them right after. Another valuable way to trade is, like I say in my modifier guide, stand on your worked ground, just cast a rock. You hit him for about 90 damage with the Doran's Ring, and then Aerie kind of does the rest for you there. Don't forget to weave in autos. That's one of the least used, I think, things in lower elo is that people forget that even though you're a mage, you can weave in autos, and it's still pretty good damage, so that's something you can always do. So you see here, we just kind of do our thing, and then if we want to trade, that would be our combo for a safe trade right there. So that would be the Q with the E, and then a W knock into the E, the unraveled earth, and then even if you want to, if you have like the enemy kind of in an open spot, get another threaded volley in, you know what I mean? Chase him down under their tower. All are good ways to trade in lane. So again, just like that, and in 5 seconds, when your threaded volley is back up and you can get him again, hit him with another trade. It's really effective early. Taliyah's lane dominance is pretty obvious. Threaded volley really hurts people early on. So if you can get him good with a threaded volley, that's what I recommend to trade with, is purely threaded volley. I don't recommend trying to get too many combos off in lane. Taliyah's got some mana issues ever since that nerf, to her Q. And then the W and E have always kind of been on a pretty high cost mana-wise. So I don't recommend going like combo, and if you miss too many, you're going to run out of mana in lane, so that's not going to be fun for you. But the best way to trade is to just get those threaded volleys in. If you can't get all 5 rocks, that's fine, but always hitting that first rock, is that one does the most damage anyways. So as long as you hit that first rock, you've got a perfectly good trade. and then you should be good. Now, as far as like laning and roaming out of lane, the way I play it is this. I might be up here, and I'm CSing, I'm shoving the enemy in, right? And then once I shove him in, I always roam like this. Taliyah's not necessarily a natural lane shover, but she has the ability to shove lane easily. It was a lot easier when we did 15% damage to minions with our Q. Those are the good days, okay? I'd just walk in lane, you Q the entire wave of minions, and you walk back out. I mean, it was so easy, man. But we're not that Taliyah anymore. It's too bad. But yeah, so what I do is I come in lane, I clear the wave, I shove the enemy in, maybe get like a couple of threaded volleys on him, and then I immediately walk out of lane. I don't care if they see me walk out of lane. I don't care if there's wards everywhere, whatever, right? What this does is this applies pressure to whatever side you're going to, right? So let's just say, for example, the enemy has a ward here, right? And that's okay. Let's just say you're coming down like this, and as you're coming down, you got these two guys back here, right? This ADC and the support, and they're clearly walking backwards, right? You're like, okay, yeah, there's definitely a ward somewhere. I'm caught, like whatever, right? This puts pressure on the map like no other champion can in this game. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, nobody moves as fast as Taliyah on the roams, okay? Now, if for some reason they, are caught up slipping, it's clearly warded here, and they're just not moving back, you have a clear shot to come in with the Weaver's Wall here. So if you want to come in here, and you come in just like that, try not to land on that side. That was my bad. Didn't actually click the button. But again, if you come in with that Weaver's Wall, you're going to get a kill 9 times out of 10. And that is one of the best ways to really snowball in lane. Like I said, you're not really in your lane to get kills on your lane opponent. 1v1 and soloing. Not that it's not possible. Trust me, alright? We have great damage in that lane, alright? But it's so easy to just make these roams to the bot lane, even the top lane sometimes. If you have a top lane that's getting shoved in really hard, you can make those roams, and those are just free kills all day long. So that is one of the best ways that you can snowball. And then once you kind of do this thing down here in the bottom lane, the one thing I recommend is don't stay too long, right? None of this like, alright, we killed him, I'm going to help you guys get the tower a little bit. No way. Get back to your lane immediately. And this will change depending on who you're playing against. You can see the matchup section in my guide. Different lane opponents can make your roaming a little tougher, right? Natural lane shovers, Malzahar, Morganas, right? These guys are people that have ridiculous wave clear as they kind of ramp up in the levels. So when it comes to your roaming, it needs to be executed quickly, concisely, right? Very decisive roaming. In the lane, get your kills, don't get your kills, whatever it is, and right back to lane. Whether you can walk all the way up, or just back and walk all the way back up to lane again. The one other thing I would tell you is that when you make these roams, when you're going down here, let's say we're here, right, and we're down in the bot lane, and we're like, all right, we got 2 kills, and we're roaming back up, right? If we have no vision of any of this right here, and our lane enemy is missing, right? Be very careful of here, here, and here, right? Because if you just come walking back up here, for instance, a Fizzes love it, right? Fizz loves catching people off guard. He's annoying as hell, right? But you could be walking right here. They might have warded this as you were down there, and as you're walking by, boom, drive by. Next thing you know, you got this fish eating your face off, and you're going down after making a really awesome play in the bot lane, right? So, yeah, be mindful of that when you're coming back up. All these areas. If it's not warded, you got to be careful walking back up, right? So yeah, after we walk back up though, it's pretty much going to be like that the whole time. You're roaming, you're moving around, and you're getting kills, and you're snowballing off of it into your mid game, okay? Again, one more time, I just want to reiterate, when you're in lane like this, if it's shoved up like that, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Step out of lane, step out of lane. Make your your enemy in the lane ping the fuck out of this thing, like, oh my god, look out, Taliyah's missing, where's Taliyah, right? All the time, in and out of lane, never know where Taliyah is, right? Because that puts pressure everywhere on the map, you know what I mean? The enemy jungler might not know Oh man, is a jungle warded? Is she about to wall in here? You know what I mean? Where's Taliyah? Is she coming to the bot lane? Yeah. Am I okay to do dragon right now? You are a constant threat if you are moving in and out of that lane and through the darkness of the map against the enemy. So thanks for liking the video. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys did like the video, and hopefully it helps you out with your Taliyah play. Okay. Thanks guys.